Tawana.
Let me get him extra sun.
Thank you, Tawana, for that wonderful introduction. Thank you, Uncle Jock, for keeping it down like you do, holding it down. I'm gonna go back to something as I clean up my mess real quick. Y'all can't see it. I just gave myself a. I'm gonna go back to something that would you start to what happened real quick, okay? Uncle Jock, whoo, you were saying something with Tawana was talking about the access, the people. And I don't know if you noticed, Tawana, what you end up doing naturally.
Yes.
You started going, you started going, you can't. See,
yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. I don't live with you can't. You talk about you can't. Don't tell me what I can't do. See, there's people right now in the Olympics winning gold medals, doing all kinds of things. There's extreme motorcycle people going on a motorcycle. You can't take a motorcycle, drive down a 80 degree thing and do a bunch of flips and somersaults. You can't fly a plane. You can't do a helicopter. You can't jump out of a plane. See, there's a lot of people putting their limitations on themselves, and then they'll project it to you. Ladies and gentlemen, you better watch your gates. There's a scripture somewhere, guard your gates.
Hey, Eric, when she did that, what did I do as soon as she did that?
Oh, Tawana, I'm driving this car. I'm driving. You didn't let her limitations block on you. See, first of all, when was the last time, Tawana, you walked through there and handed out a whole bunch of cars? If you quick, you can get out before they get you. If you smooth, you can start talking to people. They don't even know they're being solicited to. Yep. I hit 5 at a time, 5 a day. They're like, was she the same girl came by yesterday? I don't know. Because everybody's in their own zone. See, when you start realizing people are in their own world, they're not giving a darn about you. They're not sitting there thinking about you like that. They're in their own, what's in it for me? Everybody think at the favorite station, WIIFM, what's in it for me? Some of y'all are tuning in saying, what's in it for me? What you going to get? What am I going to get out of it? Some of y'all come like, hey, I ain't getting nothing today, so I ain't coming back tomorrow. I get it. See, I'm going to teach y'all how to be a professional. Professionals, we go for it. You know, and that's what I'm gonna talk about today. Systems, the power of systems. You know, yesterday I had a chance to do a restart with some young lady. I'm like, you know what? I never really gave her a good official quick start. And she was like, hey, her sister reached out to me and blasted me. You don't know this, young lady, but your sister hit me up on Facebook. She was like, yeah. I said, your sister's awesome. I kind of shouted, yeah, she's on here watching, but y'all don't know who she is. And I said, your sister's awesome. And she said, yeah, she'd be even more awesome if you help her have some success. I'm like, oh. I'm like, you put me in check, young lady? No, maybe I have to come down in. But then I said, okay, let me process the information. I said, you know what? You're right. I need to do better. And so we had some time yesterday, and we spent some time yesterday. And she's always on all the trainings. That's one thing I gotta give. She's on her trainings. So I can't say, oh, you ain't here. She's on all the trainings. And so we spent some time yesterday. I said, let's start back, go to 128 she planned. We're going to start back from the green sheet. Let me go over the green sheet with you. She said, I watched the video. I said, yeah, you watched the video. Great job. But let me go over this green sheet with you. Let's understand this green sheet. So you really understand what the green sheet does. Understand the processes, right? So then I said, step 2, the 3x5. Let's talk about the 3x5. Let's talk about making a list. I said, here's the thing. If you want to launch your business, you got to make a list. Yep. She said, Eric, you know, have you ever get, just hypothetically, do you ever have people who want to just write policies and not build? I said, yeah, you look on our sheet, it's asked you, one of the first questions we asked you, do you want to be an agency owner or do you want to just be an agent? You want to be an agency owner or just an agent? I said, it don't matter either way. But I said, here's the thing. Your sister referred to me and I'm treating you like family. I'm not going to let you go down just being an agent in this time of the window of time. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in a unique window of time. What does that mean? I said, let me show you something. Let me tell you what they're talking about on the ELC. They're like, man, we're going to 10,000 by the end of the year. We almost at 6,000 agents. We're going to 10,000 by the end of the year. It's going to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, it took Xperts 10 years to get to 5,000. And then they're talking about we're going to go from 5,000 to 10,000 inside of a year. Understand something. In going to 5,000 agents, you got multiple people making hundreds of thousands, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000, 600,000, multiple people. You got people going 700,000, 800,000, $900,000 in a year. So let's don't act like we ain't talking about money. Are y'all with me? I'm here. I'm talking about money because my bills are saying, hey, Eric, you got a water bill, gas bill, electric bill, car bill, this bill, that bill. My daughter got a flat tire the other day. She didn't have a jack. So I went to Walmart. I can say, hey, Mr. Walmart, my daughter needs a jack for a flat tire. It's 11 o'clock at night. They say, yeah, we got jacks. That jack costs money. Oh, you need to get the lug nut wrench too. Why? Because you can't get the lug nut wrench off with a pair of pliers. Guess what? We got that too, but that costs money. So don't act like money ain't an issue. Are y'all with me? So I was saying that to say we in a time. It took 10 years to get to 5,000. And now they're going to go to 5,000. They want to go from 5,000 to 10,000. They want to double that within a year. How many of those see, ladies and gentlemen, this ain't going to happen ever again in history of time. How many of those people do you want on your team? You hear Jack, my team is exploding. I'm gonna people like, hey, Jack, what you doing? I'm gonna tell y'all what you got to do. It ain't what Jack Winnett's doing. It's what do you have to do. You hear it over and over again. So are y'all ready? Do y'all want to not have to wear Jack Winnett out? And I hear what you're saying, but are y'all ready for the truth? What it takes? You just heard Jack say multiple BTO. Do it again and again and again and again. Do it again and again and again and again and again. Yeah, but what does it take? See, some people want to get in here. No matter what we tell you, you're gonna go back. It's like the person I attended church for a while, so I'm not a church scholar, right? And I see people come every Sunday to come and get saved. And the pastor's like, man, y'all the same people over and over again coming up. Like, what are you expecting? You know what I mean? Like, you keep coming over and over again. I want y'all to tell me, you coming up for salvation. Didn't you get saved last week? Yeah, pastor, but I slipped. Okay, come on. Yeah, but like, you're waiting, thinking if I come up one day, then God's going to bless me with $1 million. I'm going to go home. There's going to be $1 million in my bank account. Some people, that's what they feel like. They're like, you ain't even playing the lottery. Right? So I'm giving y'all the blueprint. Jock talks about all the time. Can you execute it? Y'all ready for the blueprint? So 120, I just told y'all, I took it to 128 plan, green sheet, right? Step 2 was 3x5. Telling y'all to play 3x5, make a list. So I showed her, I said, listen, I guess we got some numbers. I'm gonna flash real quick. I went and got some papers. Every time I do a launch, I have a list. Boom, boom, boom. I got a list of names and numbers. Boom, boom, boom. That's how I start if I relaunch, I'm gonna write the names and numbers. So I said, you know what, Eric, you showed her your old list you had, but okay, last night, guess what I did? I just went in my Facebook. I got 104 names and numbers. I'm making my own list again. Now, mind you, I've already recruited personally over 100 people in this company. And I got another list of 100 something. Hey, but I don't know. Stop it, y'all. Don't be full of crap and try to make excuses. Are y'all hearing me? See, I'm telling you, because if I want to get to where I gotta do the same thing. The blueprint is there. The question is, Eric, are you going to execute on it?
Hold up, Eric. Hold. So you saying you did this same process in multiple other companies before, right?
I did it multiple times in this company, Jock.
Right. Now I'm getting there.
Yes.
So then we came here because this is what probably our third launch right now, right? In this company.
In this company, probably third or fourth, maybe fourth launch.
The fourth launch. So we can agree, when can you launch your business? Anytime you want. And you telling me you just showed this lady your old list, and now you're showing us the old list that you showed the lady, but a new list that you made up last night with 100-something names that you're going to get to it with. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. And Jock, this was just my Facebook list. I started looking at people that I went on Facebook to have ever messaged before. If I ever messaged them. Now, a few people who are in my business, like, oh, they ain't active. I need to go back to them. So I got maybe about 10 people who may already be in my business, but they didn't act. They signed up, didn't do much. I need to go back and give them a chance to restart. But this was just from my message list in Facebook, my messages, like my text message.
So you're compiling, you're making a new list right now.
Absolutely.
So you're making a new list, and you're doing the 3x5, and you talked about onboarding somebody properly, and you talked about the BTO.
Yes.
That's it. That's the game.
That's the game, ladies and gentlemen. Now, here the game is given. Now, what some people are going to do is process this. They're going to like, well, Eric, you stay in Facebook. I don't got nobody. No, see, you're going to start putting limitations on it. Okay. Well, if they got nobody, guess what? There is a local school. I done show people you can go on. I've done it on this call so many times. I can go in the state of Maryland and look at all licensed agents. Boom. There's a free list right there, names and numbers. You can go, if I want this, there's some of our competitors, I'm not gonna do it right now and give them a shout out. Some of our competitors have all their agents listed online. I can go right there. Whole bunch of licensed agents who are in the business who would I can y'all, let's don't play games. See, if you want to be successful, you got to remove the games from yourself. So you can play games with yourself, but I'm telling you, you can't play games. A professional knows a BS. They smell it. And sometimes BS, it looks like fear, and you can't tell the difference. And I get it. Sometimes it's fear. But sometimes BS and fear are very close cousins.
Mm.
So you don't know, well, Eric, I'm afraid. And fear is real. I'm not playing games with fear. Fear is real. You have to figure out how to overcome your fears. See, I'm not a psychologist, but Rodney had me on a phone call with a gentleman. This guy was saying, man, at the height, we was doing about $100 million in premium. And this is years ago. And he worked for Rodney. He was like, man, we was rolling. This is Medicare. He said, man, Eric, we broke records that probably never be broken again. And then he said, Eric, what people didn't know, I was in school studying to get my doctorate degree in psychology. He said, I was at Houston General, going to the hospital to stay doing my residency. And he said, now I'm a behavioral science. He said, I study people's behaviors. He said, so I realized, how do you get people to change behaviors? And that was one of his secret sauces. He understood human behavior. And he's out the business now. He said, I consult with companies and help them grow their business and help them do their things. He said, but I spent about 40 years in the industry. He said, but that was one of the things. He's a pastor, he's a bishop. He said, understanding behavior patterns. See, some of y'all got to figure out why you behave the way you behave. Some of us, we don't even know why we do the things we do. And we'll deny it and deflect what we do. Yeah. And we'll start to defend what we do. Are y'all catching that? So if you really want to take your game to the next level, understand why you behave the way you behave. And when somebody checks you, shut up and correct it. Don't go defensive. See, her sister checked me. I could have got defensive, but I was like, nah, I can't. And I'm telling you her exact words she said to me. I said, hey, lady, haven't heard from you in a while. Just checking in on you. Your sister's amazing. That's what I said to her on August 21st. She replied on Sunday. Oh, thank you. I think she'll be more amazing if she could learn more. She told me she's been trying to get to you to show her the ins and outs, but you've been busy. My reply was, yeah, that's true. Unfortunately, I do most of my trainings during the week. I have to do better to make sure we have more time together. And she replied, cool beans. So I could have, oh man, I got to do better, y'all. See, if I want to get better, I got to do better. Are y'all with me? I don't know if y'all catching that. See, the simplicity of our system, the 3x5. We use a 3x5. Now, other people watching your teams, you do whatever you want to do. 3x5 is three recruits, 5,000 in premium. Master that and set that as your standard for everybody. 3 recruits, 5,000. Sometimes people are going to exceed it. Now, they may exceed it for a month, but can they do it again? See, you can exceed it for a month. Woo! Somebody get in the game. You look at the average, they scored 30 points in basketball. Oh, man, that guy's a superstar. But then you look at his average is only 5 points a game. Why? Because he did 30 points one time, but he couldn't do it again. Can you do it again? Can you do it? The great was, how did Michael Jordan average more than 30 points a game? Because he could do it again every night. Some people do 30 points one time. What makes Michael Jordan great? He could do it again. His average was what some people wish is their ceiling. He could do it again and again and again. Some days he had more, some days he had less. See, so 3x5, you set that as standard. Yeah, Eric, I do more than 3 recruits. Okay, cool. You had a great month. You did 7. But are you averaging 7 or you did 7? Can you do it again? 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 See, when you can do consistent 3x5, 5,000 per Eric, I did $60,000 in premium this month. Okay, cool. Can you do, what do you do next month? Nothing. Eric, I did 15,000 premium. What do you do? Consistency. You're right, Jock. See, the standard, can you do it again and again and again? See, sometimes we're trying to look for the home runs. You know what? You'll find the home runs inside just getting to bats. Babe Ruth had the most home runs for a long time, but he also had the most strikeouts. Why? But he was also always at bat. He was always up at the plate, He was always swinging the ball. The coaches they put him in the game. He's at the plate. He wasn't sitting on the sidelines. He wasn't up in the fans. He wasn't, are y'all picking on him putting down? Again and 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 again. Can you do it again and again and again and again and again and again and again? How do you get to that point? Sometimes you got to just figure out how to internally process. And I'm telling you, some of y'all got fears that's limiting you. And that's it ain't okay. You got to figure it out. I'm not a psychologist, so I'm not going to sit here and give you no psychologies, no strategies. I'm just saying you have to make a decision that if I'm afraid to make calls, I may call a doctor. Doctor, I need therapist. I need to figure out how do you help me get over this? And I'm not joking. I'm serious. Like if I'm really about this and you're really trying to change your life, then you got to go change your life. See, some people changing life is not a big deal because you know what? You got somebody else taking care of it. Like mom and dad, aunt, uncle, husband, wife, whatever. Sometimes, it's like, so changing life is really not that big of a deal for you. Then some people don't have the information. They say, Eric, you know what? Nobody ever told me to go talk to a therapist to overcome my fear. Eric, I'm shy. We got to overcome that if you want to be an entrepreneur. Because you'll be a broke, shy entrepreneur. Now, you might make money on your job. You might make money on other places. But for your business, not telling nobody is not going to be helpful. Are y'all with me? Jacqueline, how do you have success? She reached out and called some people who was already in her phone book. She already knew them and reached back out to them. And the timing was right. And Nancy and Julian, they just took off. Boom. They're like, oh, we know what to do. We got this. Thank you for sharing this information with you. We got it. So now Jacqueline's job is just to support her team who sees it. Are y'all with me? But guess what? That was 3 years later that she introduced this person. But she knew her more than 6, 7, 8 years ago, 10 years ago. See, some of y'all are sitting with magic, right? With the right person right in your reach. But you ain't thinking about that because you're thinking about yourself. Oh, well, I got to figure this out first. I'm gonna tell y'all, you sit there and figure this out. I just share with you, Xperia is going to double in size in 1 year, what took them 10 years. That means the income is going to be doubling. What part of that do you want? Do y'all realize some of y'all right now have the opportunity to build a team bigger than Xperia as a company is today? Your team will be bigger than Xperia the company is. I'm just flat out telling you. When I joined Xperia, the company was, I think, like 1,500 agents, something like that, 1,800 agents when I first got started 3 years ago. They were trying to get to 3,000. Mauro Turi just crossed over 2,000. His team now, Darren's team is larger than the company was when I joined Xperia 3 years ago. Wow. Mauro's team is larger than Xperia was. Xperia had already been in business for 7 years. They was in business for 7 years. People that already made 6-figure, Myron Weeks on the call, already had a 6-figure ring. Andrew Rogers, there was already 6-figure ring earners. Already people making hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Wow.
And 3 years later, people's team is now bigger than the company was when I joined. See, some of y'all don't see it because you're still in your limited vision. But I'm gonna tell y'all something, and I'm just gonna be honest with you. Some of y'all, I can't help you. I'm gonna stay on the ground. Y'all gonna have to come to me. And that's one thing that the coach said, Jock. I'm gonna share with the gentleman I was talking to yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I said, I'm gonna do better. Because he said, Rodney, you can, and Rodney introduced me to him. He said, Rodney, you can really do this. The opportunity is perfect. He said, I've been around the industry. I ain't seen nothing like what Xperia got. He said, the opportunity is so perfect for you, Rodney. And I said, you know what? I heard the charge, Bishop. I'm gonna take the charge and make sure I stay accountable and help Rodney get to achieve his goals. He said, Eric, let me share something with you, brother. He said, you want to do Rodney a favor and do yourself a favor? I said, yeah. He said, you don't go to Rodney. Rodney needs to come to you. When Rodney takes accountable and come to you, call you, seek you out. When Rodney comes to you for help, for assistance, Rodney is now taking accountability for his business. Don't go chasing Rodney's. He said, brother, you'll wear yourself out. And you will not do him a disservice because he won't even appreciate it because you'll be chasing somebody who doesn't need the help. You can only help those who want to get helped.
Man, that's heavy right there.
He's like, man, don't go chasing the field. Help those who want to be helped. And it makes me go back to Randy Hedge, the cowboy. He's like, Eric, I'm here if you need me, brother. And he made millions. Another gentleman who made over $30 million. He says, so he had 3 formulas. $30 million in the networking industry. Set appointments, show the plan, and plug into meetings. He said, you just do that. Set appointments, show the plan, plug into meetings. Set appointments, show the plan, and tend to be plugged into the meetings.
Hey, Eric, he made it so simple that people complicated it.
Oh, yeah. That's why I had to go back to my list, Jock. Set appointments so I can show the plan. And I'm going to plug into all the meetings. Eric, what meetings you want to plug into? I plug into all the meetings. Reason why? Because the one thing I share people, I'm not saying you don't plug in the meetings, you're not going to have success, but I'm going to tell you the people I see making money are always at the meetings.
Yep.
I don't care what it is. With Frank DeLeo making 900,000, Frank is at he's every day on Wednesday meeting. He's on the CEO tap. He's on the Leaders on tap. He's always at all the events. Well, how is he making? He can make $1 million. All the people I've seen have success is always there. It's the ones who ain't making the money always talk about how many meetings you got to be at. And I know I'm preaching to the choir, but I'm not talking to y'all directly. I'm trying to get y'all to have the standard for your team. Are y'all with me? I don't care if you got one person on your team. Dude, what do you create as a standard? Where, they got this, they got that. And as long as you start thinking that lowering the standards, as long as you keep lowering the standards for them, they're going to lower the standards even lower for themselves.
Yep.
So I'm just telling y'all, hold true to your standard. Raise your bar. And I'm going to close with this. Nicole said, when I'm calling you, I'm building my business. When you're calling me, you're building yours. See, Tawana, you called me, you said, Eric, got something, need you. Boom, boom, boom. Call me. And it's not about I get people calling, Eric, you don't call me anymore. You don't call me, you don't do this, you don't do that, you don't do that. And I look back and see they ain't done nothing in their business. Now I realize why I don't call them. I ain't trying to be mean. I'm just trying to tell you. I look back. At first I used to feel bad. Now I realize why I don't call them. Because they ain't doing nothing. They need to be contacting me so they can build their business. And they ain't got to be me. They contact anybody. Contact Jock, contact Relio, contact Myron. Do whatever. Do whatever. Contact the people on your list. You ain't got to call me. Call the people on your list. And watch what happens to your business. Make a list. So to the young lady who knows who I'm talking to, I didn't just tell you to make a list. I gave you 2 days to make a list. I made mine in 1 day. So I'm just trying to tell you, I'm not going to sit here and tell y'all to do something that I ain't going to do. Tomorrow, I'm going to give y'all my success stories because I'm going to actually start calling my list. And this is probably, since I've been in this company, probably about my 5th time starting over making a list. I went through everybody. I done did 5 times in this company, and I've done it multiple times in the other. See, I got a disadvantage. When I call people, they know. But guess what? I always keep meeting new people. Like the young lady who joined my team, I met her sister. Her sister introduced me to her. It's always new people, y'all. I don't sit back and go, oh, I don't know nobody. Then get out there and go find somebody. Period. Game over. You're whining, and Stephen Short, I'm going to close. You said it best. He's like, man, I ain't got time to listen to nobody else's whining and complaints and what I can't.
Say that again, Eric.
He said, I ain't got time to listen to nobody's whining and complaints and what I can't. Because your brain hears all that junk and crap. And if you hear that crap enough, you'll start crapping yourself. You got to be around the champion. That's why we tell y'all get on this call, because you got to be around the fire. You got to be around somebody who's going to keep pushing you higher, pushing you to do better, pushing you to do better. And see, some people think like, oh, you're getting on me. Yeah, no, brother, you're getting on yourself because you know you need to do better. I'm just giving you the facts and the truth. Now, how it applies to your life, that's in you. So with that being said, I love you. Let's go get it. Troy Gandy. Troy didn't put the limits on you, but I'm going to turn it over to Troy Gandy if he can take this recap and run the show from here. I appreciate you. Oh, a couple quick announcements. Tonight's BTO. Got to get on the BTO tonight. Ooh, 7 p.m. Let's pack. Can we get 100 people? We got close. I need y'all to commit to doing whatever you got to do to get to 100 people tonight.
Let's go. Get 100. Let's go.
Last week we was weak. We was kind of we feel like I was part of Myron's family. I was in the weeks. Last week we were really weak, right? But this time we gotta go. Let's go. Cause what happens when we have that energy and excitement and the numbers there, you watch what happens to your business. I'm telling you, you can go from zero to a hero and overnight in this industry. That's why I love it. Jack Vanette's a hero. Last week y'all was talking about Jack Vanette was like, hey man, but now guess what? Boom. Now y'all calling Jack Vanette. What you going doing, girl? She's like, man, I got about 30-some people on my team. Overnight, your business can change, but you got to change it. They didn't call Jack Vanette. Jack Vanette called them. Troy, take it away, sir.
Woo-woo. Good Lord have mercy. If you can't get re-energized by coming to this morning meeting, I don't know what you're looking for, what you're waiting on. This is unbelievable. So I want to first welcome back Uncle Jock, the master MC, moderator, mediator. Man, we love you much. You do your thing each and every morning and get this thing started right. That's for sure. And like I was saying, if everybody can enjoy this right here and get re-energized, I don't know what you're looking for. You got the examples that come out every morning, and it's just proven that if you follow the system, you're going to see the success that Gertie Dees and Jack Winnett and Tawana Chisley are all pumping out there. And it's only a matter of time before it happens for you and your business as well. So I know if you were following along and you were listening to the good notes that were being and the nuggets that were being put out this morning, you got something out of this. So we got this recap relay ready to take place. And taking the ball first, the baton is in the hand of none other than the master himself, knows 100% of the information, Mr. Elico Elijah Pye.
Wow, thank you so much, Mr. Troy. I wish one day I can have your voice, but hey, I'm gonna get there too. So,
and I'm wishing I have
Mr.
your paycheck.
Erik, it's coming. You're gonna be working on that.
I'm working on it.
Erik, yeah, Erik, thank you so much. Yesterday and today, I mean, you've been very consistent on this, this consistency on following up and making calls, reaching out, building your business, don't waiting for somebody to do your work for you. And I really appreciate that because, and the only thing that makes this business strong is ownership. When you have trainers in your team, I always tell my team, when you have trainers are those that can be able to go out there, close deals, recruit without your assistance. Then you have a business, right? I mean, let's make a little comparison about these companies like Walmart, Kroger. I mean, all these companies, IBM. I mean, all these companies. The owners of these companies, or sometimes the directors, are not there on the line helping the new people who are doing the production. They know that the supervisors are there. The supervisors take ownership of their job. If not, they'll be fired. And the same thing is here. Once that is established, once everybody knows their responsibility, division of labor, right? Once everybody take control of their own responsibility, then you have a business. And that is applicable here as well. So we want to make sure that everybody take responsibility. And there's a saying that had I know is a brother to Mr. Too Late. Had I know is a brother to Mr. Too Late. There are people that you know now that you're not talking to. And you realize one day that they're already in the business. And you say, oh, I wish had I know, I would have reached out to them. By that time, it's already too late. Right? So let's take control, take ownership of our business, build people, right? Reach out to our clients, because that's where we can get it. I mean, I've never bought a single lead since I started this business. I've never spent a single penny on leads because they are everywhere. And there is one particular lady that one of my clients, that 2018 to today, she had given me over 30 referrals. Over 30 referrals. Just one client alone. Though she's not ready to do the business yet, but she's giving me these referrals. And that's how I build my business. And I have license in all these states. And like I always tell people, In all the state that I'm licensed, there are people that I can be sure that if God forbid something should happen to them any day, they are going to be okay. That is much more than any money that I get paid doing what I'm doing. So thank you so much for sharing that this morning. I'm back to you, Mr. Troy.
Awesome, awesome. We appreciate your testimony and your wisdom and your training all in the same pot. And we want everybody to know that this is practice. So we're not at the meet yet. So we don't need just to have only 4 participants in the relay race. As the master leader says, that we don't need to put no limitations on anybody. So throw the hands up so you can get on the track. We want to know who's ready to compete. All right. So let's go now and pass the baton to none other than Mr. Money.
And let's maybe think of two things, right? Don Balaj Muhammad, we teaches us is a mastery of yourself. If you can master yourself, there's no goal, there's no barrier that you can break. Jim Rohn always say, don't complain, get better, right? This is the one thing it makes me flashback, right? Even to my own self. When you put your own limitations with yourself, right? When I had my stroke, my doctor said I can't work out again. I can't work at the places I shouldn't be. I can't do this. I can't do that. Everything they said I couldn't do, I did it to the 10th power, right? If you let other people put limitations on you, your life is not your life, it's theirs. They're the controlling force in your life. The one thing that you always should be at and control your own destiny. I never let anybody else control my own destiny. I make it do what I do. I make it. I don't listen to other stuff. That's why I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't even accept any of the excuses. When people talk to me and they hear, I say, man, but nothing. What are you going to do? You had a problem. Did you acknowledge the problem? Did you set a solution for that problem? If you did not do that, I do not want to hear it. I might can take advice. The one thing about good counsel is, right? You talk to other people who's on the same mindset with you and can give you input into your problem so you can come up with a solution. That is working with a community of thinkers. I don't want to be around people who are not thinkers. I only want to be around thinkers because it makes me better. And the one thing I want to be in life every day is be better, because your thinking and your ability is infinite. It's not no cap. It's not no stopping on it. You know what I mean? You always have you have 2 things when you wake up every day: an opportunity and a choice. You have those 2 things every day. I don't care who you are. You have those 2 things every day. What are you going to do? Are you going to make the most of the opportunity? Or are you going to make the best choices? What are you going to do? Because you have those 2 choices every day. It don't care about your it's not based off your religious basis, your everything. It's your everything every day. Your everything every day is what you're going to do. If you say that you're a religious person, you're a spiritual person, Jesus never had no statutes. Did Muhammad never had no limitations on him? So why do you have them if you say that you're one of God's children?
Amen, amen.
Why do you have them? That's the only thing I wanted to say, Brother Jock, because I need to say that. Because get out this foolish notion that you have this foolish notion that you have limitations. Stop it. Our first conference was what it was: limitless. because there's no limit on you, man. Stop it. That's
Woo.
foolishness.
All right, all right. Sounds like a man that knows his tenets, especially perseverance and self-control and indomitable spirit. Make it happen. That's it. Get it done. All right. And we're going to pass the baton right now to the third leg of this relay, this recap relay. And we're going to give that to none other than the poetic justice herself, the talent, the artist, Miss Tawana Chisley.
So I think Money just just laid it down. It's like I don't even have nothing to say now. I think that was just perfect. So let's just follow the plan, run the play, and make it happen. And Mr. Marvin Weeks, I had to jot that quote down because I like how words are broken down. He said, "Standards make your business stand hard."
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Ooh, I got to keep that. I got to use that one." So thank you.
All right, all right. Going once, going twice. Do we have any other players in the game? Anybody else trying to get on the field? Anybody else trying to run this relay? Get in the track? Get on the track. You got to get on the track before you can finish, before you can get started. All right, none other than the master woman herself in Dr. Teresa O'Day.
Yes,
She's
yes,
always
yes.
ready to
Oh
run.
my goodness. The soul motivator has laid it out. All I got from here is just action, action. We got the playbook, we got the strategies, we got everything. We just got to put action, action. Hit on the pedal, on the metal, they say, right? So we just gotta go and do it. Open our mouths. They say closed mouths don't get fed. We just gotta open it. Okay. So that's all I got from this. I mean, that is the big picture with all the details in place. So we just gotta go out and get it done. Thank you.
All right, all right. Seeing no other hands, nobody else trying to get on the track. Nobody wants to run the race. You got it laid out before you. They said there's gold at the other end. All right. Well, with that being said, we're gonna take this recap relay to the anchor leg, the one and only phenomenal Xperia paralegal, the one that does it no better than nobody else. Bring it home downtown, Rita Brown.
Thank you, Troy. Thank you. Our agency is starting to mature. MBTs going in, trainings are going on, agents doing applications by themselves. Everything the team does not go unnoticed. Don't forget your annual reviews. It can be a great source of referrals. Our clients should be expecting us to do a review, a continuation of a great experience. Get out in the community and share. BTOs are like Popeye and his spinach. That's where the magic happens. The ones that have the most BTOs explode. Use the videos also to share with people. And also learn how to do your own presentations. It's nothing like proactive agents that go out and get it done. People pay for access. We put limitations on ourselves and project it to others. Everybody is in their own zone. What's in it for me? The power of systems. We have a blueprint, the 120 agency plan, green sheet, 3x5. Make your list, launch your business with the BTOs and orientate properly. We are in a unique window of time. It took Xperia 10 years to just get to 5,000 agents, and they have a goal of getting to 10,000 before the end of the year. What does it take? Multiple BTOs doing it again and again and again. Stop making excuses. The blueprint is there. Are you going to execute on it? If you want to be successful, stop playing games with yourself. BS and fear are very close cousins. You have to figure out how to overcome your fears. Why do you behave the way you do? If I want to get better, I got to do better. Master the 3x5 and set it as a standard. Do it again and again and again. Stop looking for the home runs. Just get up and bat. Some of us have people in our reach, but we have not reached out because we are still trying to figure it out. Get out of your limited vision. Help those who want to be helped. Set appointments, show the plan, plug into the meetings. Have a standard for your team. Do not lower the standards. Raise your bar. When I'm calling you, I'm building my business. When you are calling me, you are building your business. No time for whining, complaints, and what I can't. Get around champions and the fire, like this morning call. That's it. That's all.
All right, all right. We thank you, each and every one of you, and we thank you, Downtown Rita Brown, for that phenomenal mic drop once again. And we want to thank each and every one of you for joining this morning's inspirational, baddest CEO meetup on the planet per Uncle Jock, and as well as the all the input that you all had and the leadership, that we've seen and heard from this morning. And now we'll just pass it on back to none other than the man himself, the coach, the one that leads from the front, the inspiration known as the closer, the very first official corporate certified ED himself, Mr. Erik Robinson.
Well, thank you, Troy, for that wonderful thing. And Rita, you always recap it. I'm like, man, where did she get these notes from? When did that happen? But thank you so much. Thank you so much, Troy, Rita, everybody, for your recaps. A couple quick announcements. I know we got Frank has this mindset training, I think at 10 o'clock, Frank DeLeo. So if you want to chime in, get on that. You can go to your back office and get the link for that. I put out to the team. We do have our office hours. It's Wednesday. So I know y'all, I'm trying to stay away from it. I'm trying to stay away from the chicken and waffles, but I might be eating chicken and waffles. It's Wednesday at the office. So we're going to talk about today's message. Yesterday, we talked about the $1 Million Baby. And today, I think we're going to take it for the flip side. We're going to talk about the IUL, using the IULs as a tax-free retirement plan. So we're going to talk about how to structure IULs from the tax-free retirement plan. So we did the babies early, and then we're going to take it to the older generation using the IULs for the retirement section. So that's what's going to be the topic today. If somebody can take note, Tawana, somebody remind me that that's the topic. I'm going to write it down. And tonight's BTO, XperiorLife.com. You can find the team, the office hours from 12 noon until, like I say, 12 until, we're going to try to go 12 to 1, but 12 until. Xperia Life, if you can't be in person, we're actually going to be in person. And the BTO is going to be XperiorLife.com. XperiorLife.com is where you're going to find the BTO. Same number, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's get that message out. Let's get all your team out. Let's get people re-energized. Let's get people refired. Let's just get people sparked up. We're going to keep it for 30 minutes. It's going to be 30 minutes, jam-packed power. Boom, 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 boom. Hit it, get in where you fit in. So that's being said, let's go. Have a great day. Y'all are amazing. Y'all are champions. And I'm so glad to be in business with each and every one of you, because I can't think of a better group. And one last note, I asked the gym, I said, you know what? I got a group of people that I like them all. I said, maybe that's a bad thing, but I got a group of people that I really, truly like everybody. So does that mean I'm not recruiting big enough? I'm not recruiting I need to go get some non-likables, right? Maybe your team won't look like you. He said, Erik, let me say something. Being with the crooks and robbers, I don't want to be around. I built this my business, and I didn't build it with all these schemers, liars, crooks, and robbers. I got rid of those people. So if you have a good group of people, just be thankful every day that you do. You don't have to go find some bad people. If your people may not like you, but do you like them? That's the people you want to build with. Build with the people that you like and want to be around, and continue to do that and don't change. So, bam, I'm going to stick to the people I like being around. And I like all of y'all. Love y'all. Have a great day.
Peace of the Lord be with you.
And also with you, sir.
Guys, have a great day.
Have a great day.
Hey, Erik,
Thank
I got
you.
a question for
Likewise.
you too.
Thank you, everyone.